Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk with Cindy. Glad to have everyone here. My guest will be joining me shortly, Mr. Ed Long, radio personality for some well-known radio stations in the Philadelphia and Delaware area. So please let others know that we are here live on Instagram.
Good.
I just want to welcome everyone that's joining. Welcome to Real Talk with Cindy. And my special guest on tonight is none other than radio personality, Mr. Ed Long.
Hey.
Good to see you on tonight.
Yeah, good to see you. I'm excited about this. What's going on?
Yes, here on Instagram.
Right.
For those that will be watching the replay, we say welcome to you as well. So we're going to get started, because I know you have so much to share.
Come on.
I want to get started asking you about your journey, how you began your involvement on the radio.
Oh my goodness. You want the short version or the long version?
Well,
it's not a quick one, but
okay.
Basically I was I went to broadcasting school in '85. And
okay.
then I didn't do anything with it until like 8 years later, something like that. And finally, I had 2 kids at the time, and I wasn't married yet, so we had 2 kids at the time. And finally, I said I want to do radio. So at 27 years old, I dropped everything and became an intern. Now interns don't get paid,
right?
So that's how much I loved it. So but I that's pretty much. I gave a tape to a young man named Rick Green, who was on the air at WDAS at the time. I gave him a tape. We were at, those who made from Philly, it was at Chew and Haynes in Philly. We were sat in his car and listened to this tape in the car. He said, "Man, I love this. I'm bringing you in as my intern." And, and that was it. That was in 1993.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's been a lot has happened since then, but I mean, that was the start of it. That's what got it started. So,
right. So after that began, what station did you go to? I
ended up going to WIMG in Trenton. I made a connection while interning at WDAS. I made a connection. Clarence Blair was his name, and I let him hear a tape. He said, "I know a guy in Trenton, New Jersey. They're looking for a DJ."
Wow.
And I sent the tape up there, and that was in '94. That was 25 years ago. Sent the tape up there, and they called me the next day. They called me the next day and said, "Come on up here." And I interviewed, I had the job, just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And that station is a Stellar Award winning station.
Right.
What does that feel like?
That was great. That was the first one we won. I was happy with that. But to have 4 at this time, that's really great. I mean, I never really left WIMG. I mean, I'm still on as like music director now, and I couldn't leave. The owner, the previous owner, he passed away now, Johnny Morris. He was so he was I can't put it any other way. He was an Ed Long fan. Like, he really saw the potential, and I learned a lot from him, and he taught me a lot. He took me under his wing. So when because of that, I could never leave the station. No matter what else I did, I had to be involved with WIMG some kind of way.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I know Craig Hayes is on there.
Yeah.
And then you have Zach Williams is on there.
It's funny because I had a hand in, and I hate to brag, but I will.
That's all right.
I had a hand in, getting Craig on the air because, I said, "Craig, it's funny. We were at the Stellar. We were leaving the Stellar. We were leaving the Stellar Awards were in Nashville then, and we were at the airport. This was like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, "Craig, let's talk about putting you on the air." He said, "Man, don't talk to me about this right now." It was so funny. But now, we can't keep him off the air now, and I saw the fact that he was so knowledgeable, and I felt that, hey, man, you need to be on the air. And it's bigger than I ever imagined it would be with him. Zach Williams. I helped him with his first show, Choir Storm. I helped him with that. And then who else is on there? Mr. Root, Hassan. I helped him. I guided him along with his career. So I had a hand in a lot of careers. There's more careers, but those. But since we're talking about WIMG, I figured I'd mention that.
Yes. And now talk about WDAS.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that station.
Yeah. I gotta thank Nisi Tribbett. Nisi Tribbett brought me to WDAS. Yep.
Wow.
We had connected when she was at Gospel Highway years ago when I was at WIMG, and we had connected. And then when she became program director and could hire, she called me right away. She said, "All right, come on, what you doing?" And it's funny because I was selling mortgages at the time, and because I had been out of radio for a couple of months, and I was selling more. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna sell mortgages." I was selling mortgages. She said, "How much you making there?" I said, "It don't matter. I'm coming. It don't matter." So I left that, went to WDAS AM. We were WDAS AM, and then she brought me on in there, and then I just kind of evolved from there. But now how I got on FM is funny because we had a new boss, and he came in the studio. I was actually producing the Steve Harvey show at the time. He came in the studio, and he said, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Derek Corbett, whatever." I said, "Hey," I said, I used to be on the air." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Give me a demo." I went in that studio that day, made a demo, he emailed it to him. Then that night he had it. The next day he said, "Yo, man, I got to get you on the air." And I think it was WDS AM. They were doing a gospel show in the morning on Sunday morning because they had flipped to, they were on a gospel station anymore. They had flipped to the oldies. Oldies, and then we were doing Sunday on Sunday we were doing gospel on Sunday, and then I was doing that, and somebody got fired. And he called me. It was on a Friday. He called me. He said, "Ed, I need you to. They just let Bobby go. I need you to do Saturdays on DAS. Can you do it?" I'm like, "Yeah." So
absolutely right.
I was like, "Yeah," but the thing is, like, I wasn't as familiar with the music because I was more into the gospel scene at that point.
Yeah.
So what I did was I happened to be I was selling mattresses at the time. So I Googled different artists and stuff so I can kind of get familiar with some of the newer artists that were out.
Right.
And I went on the air, and you would have swore I'd been doing it all my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was cool. It was cool.
And I'm sure you have met many artists, secular and gospel.
Yeah, I have. There's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. I met almost everybody that I ever wanted to meet.
Really?
Oh yeah. I've got, like, right now I'm in my basement. I wish I could show you all the autographs. I still keep them. I keep all that stuff.
Good for you.
One that stands out. It's a lot of them, but one that really stands out would have to be Marette Brown Clark.
Yeah.
I think that was the best interview that I ever did in my life. She was so fun. Oh my God, we laughed the whole time. And I talk about that every now and then. But out of the gospel scene, she was the most fun interview I ever had.
Yeah.
I've had some good ones, but she was the most fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, secular side. I'm trying to think who stood out. It's been a lot. I can't think of anybody. Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin stands out. He was so fun too. Actually, I'll tell you a story. It's a quick story. When I was music director I was assistant music director for WDAS AM. Looking for You. The song "Looking for You" came out.
Yeah.
And I said, "I'm not playing that." I said, "That was a secular song." I said, "I'm not playing that." So Kirk came to the station, and he said, "Why are you playing that song?" I forget what song it was. He said, "Why are you playing that song?" I said, "Because I'm not playing that single." He said, "Man, you're the only person in the nation not playing this song." I said, "That's all right. I ain't playing it."
Right.
So we're going back and forth. Me and Kirk Franklin, people they're like, when we say Kirk Franklin there, you gonna play that song? I said, "No, I'm not." And sure enough, Kirk Franklin came to the station. I'm like, "I'm not playing it." It was so fun. I said, "That was a secular song." I said, "I used to play that in the clubs." And so we were back and forth, and he actually got mad at me.
Really?
But oh yeah, it was heated. It was heated. But I didn't care. I stuck to my guns. But he came back to the station the next week. He gave me the biggest hug. Oh my God, it was so good. It was a great connection the next time we met.
Wow.
But we connected again a few months ago. Actually, he was in town. I forget why he was in town, but it was a good interview. Kirk is I always thought he was like a great songwriter. I always thought
Oh,
he was a great
yes,
songwriter.
yes,
And I told
phenomenal.
him
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we just chatted about it. He was just a good, genuine guy, and I like that.
Hmm.
I like that about him.
Yeah. Now, have you, is there anybody you would love to bring on that you would love to interview or, talk to at a radio station or over the phone or whatever?
That I haven't already.
Yeah.
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head, because I've
Okay.
interviewed just about
Oh,
everybody,
wow.
gospel and secular. Just that I would love to talk to them. I'm actually looking in my basement trying to, because I got pictures. I'm trying to look at
Uh-huh.
who's left for me to talk to. Secular wise, India Irie. We did an interview. I did an interview with her years ago, before I even got on the secular side. I interviewed her off the air.
Okay.
Excuse me. And we didn't connect because I got mad at her because I felt like she was blowing me off. Because
Really?
a Michael Jackson song was playing in the background.
Yeah.
And I guess I was interrupting her from listening to the song. So she kind of like blew me off, and I kind of had an attitude.
Wow.
So I would like to re-interview her.
Okay.
Now that I've kind of learned more about her. Like, she was kind of new at the time.
Yeah.
So, I was like, okay, well, forget you then,
Right.
That
Yeah.
type of thing.
Absolutely.
But I would like to redo that interview because I love her music. I think her music,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
so
She's
so
good.
meaningful, and I would love to have a redo on that.
Yes.
Who was the weirdest interview?
Ooh,
Billy D. Williams. That was the weirdest interview I ever
really?
did. He's so legendary, right? But
Right.
he wasn't a great interview. Like, it was like he wasn't real. Maybe it was me. Maybe he didn't.
Just one word answers,
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Like that
Mhm.
type of interview. I was a little
Yeah.
disappointed. I was a little disappointed in
Yeah.
that. But whatever. I didn't
Right.
hold it against him. I still got his
Yeah.
autograph. So
Right. So that's the main thing. Just put it up on the wall.
that's it. Nobody
That's
got. I got to tell nobody nothing else.
right.
I remember one night I was at the station. And Tina Marie, this is true. Tina Marie walked in the door, like totally unexpected, and I'm looking like, and I said the stupidest thing, Cindy. I said, do you know who you are? Like, I couldn't even believe I said that.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God, what was I thinking? But
You thought about it.
It shocked me. Like, it was late at night. The guy who was doing the Quiet Storm at the time, Tony Brown, was interviewing her. And she just came up the back door, like she came up the back stairway. I just looked like, and it's just like, do you know who you are? Like, but that was weird. But
Right.
anyway.
Wow. Let me ask you this: how important is it? Talking about the I guess the technical side of radio. How important is it for artists or those that are independent artists to really have their stuff together as far as their CDs being able to be played on the air? What are you basically looking for?
Quality. It's gotta be good quality. It's gotta be okay. It's gotta be able to go up against a Tamala Man or Yolanda Adams. It's gotta be able to play in between those. You can't have a Yolanda Adams track, then have your track that sounds not as good quality, then you back it up with another quality track. It's gonna stand out. I tell people all the time. One thing I learned over the years, I learned from one of the music directors at WDAS was she had no problem saying no. She had no problem, and I learned. I'm like, boy, that was harsh. She's like, you gotta tell them. So I remember one time a choir gave me it was a tape at the time, and I said, this quality is not good. This quality is not good. And that's the first time I ever did that, and it bothered me. Don't you know? They went back, redid it, and thanked me. Like, they sent me like a bouquet of flowers or something, and thanking me for being so honest with them, because nobody was being honest with them.
Right.
And so they went back, and they were very appreciative of that. So that happened a couple of times, actually. So
I'm sure, because people, I think because so many, with the way technology is, you can buy the equipment, you can do it right at home. But some people don't realize that, even taking it into a professional studio, have an engineer, really, recreate what you've done, the sound. and it has to stand up to what's already out here because there's so much competition.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly right. I mean, you know, even the instrumentation, even the instruments that you use, even if you're using a computer or whatever, it's gotta sound up to date. It's gotta sound good quality. You know, oh my God, one lady sent me something, and it sounded so dated, and I'm like, I was honest with her. I said, no, this is not going to get it, and she got mad at me. She got mad, and she unfriended me on. I mean, but now, oh yeah. But now she came around. She said, Ed, I appreciate your honesty. You know, so but it makes a big difference. I told her the same thing. I said, look, I can't play like a Donnie McClurkin and then play yours, and then it just not gonna. It's not gonna work.
Yes, and you're with another radio station too, out of Delaware.
Yeah, Reach Gospel Radio. They came to me. They said, Ed, you want to do nights? And I said, sure. I didn't know who else was going to be on there. I didn't know.
Right.
So once I said yes, and I think I signed the contract, then he goes, okay, here's my lineup. And he goes, Lonnie Hunter, CeCe McGee, Desi. I'm like, what? Are you serious? This is like a dream lineup. Are you serious? Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. It was instantaneously the best. It just felt right from the beginning. We all got together. We met with the pastor who owns the station. Yes. And we loved his vision. We saw it. We got it right away. We got it right away. So Reach has been a blessing, has been a real blessing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I had heard about Reach, but I wasn't too sure. So I downloaded the app and I listened to it and it's phenomenal. And his church is amazing.
Yeah.
Delaware.
Yeah.
So I think is Niecy on there? She was on there.
Niecy does some stuff every now and then. Now and then. But she, you know, Niecy, she big time in New York now. So, you know.
I know. I interviewed her a few months ago.
Yeah.
She's really doing it.
Yeah.
But that's amazing. All these, like you said, all those phenomenal radio personalities are there.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think the future is for radio? Do you see it ever kind of, because there's so much with internet now?
You know,
what do you see?
I thought that at one time radio was going to go away. I did.
Yeah. I did too.
The way we know it. But I mean, yeah, of course it has changed. But you know what? The listenership has not really dropped off that much. You know, I still when I do DAS, especially when I do DAS. Yeah. If I say, or if somebody hears my voice, or I say my name, they know it. They know it. You like some Saturdays, like even when I go to church, they'll say to me, "I heard you in a beauty supply store." You know, like
really
play, like people still play terrestrial radio in these stores and stuff like that. So you know, it's not going anywhere. People say all the time, "Oh, radio! I don't listen to radio anymore. I don't listen." Okay, well, you know, that's cool, but listenership has not really dropped off that much. Not as much as people think. You know, even with Pandora and all this other stuff. Yeah. Not really. You know, even internet radio. Everything has its place. It all has its place. But, you know, terrestrial radio is still strong.
Going strong. What do you think about, what about podcasts?
I'm for it. I love it. I love the idea. Everybody got something to say. You know?
They do. They really do.
Everybody got something to say. But, you know, there's going to be some that stand out, just like anything else. There's going to be some that stand out, and there's going to be some that, you know, just kind of are just there. Right. You know, but, you know, I think it's great. You know, I think it's great. But I think, honestly, part of me feels like there's some people that don't need to do it. You know, like I studied, you know, broadcasting. Like I went to school for it, you know, and I had mentors and stuff like that. I came up through the ranks. It's not an instantaneous thing. There's still some professionalism to it.
It is.
Know? So I think, and that's where some are going to stand out, and some are just going to be just there, just part of the crowd.
Yeah, and just be there, and nobody will actually know who they are or won't listen. But I think, you know, I guess with podcasts, people are able to listen, you know, anywhere, just like the internet radio. Right. You know, if you download the app, you can listen to it 24/7. Right. You know, but podcasts, I know, like, you know, a lot of the big ministries have it. You know, a lot of them have it. So I think it's not going anywhere because it's the newest thing. And with
Yeah.
media and technology, it's so wide open, and it's so much to even learn, and there's always new things coming out. And
Right.
if you don't keep up with these things, you can kind of get lost. Same way with a computer. Every
Right.
household have to have a computer
Right.
these days.
Right. Right. Right.
You know, so I do think radio is here to stay, like it's been for a long time.
For
Almost
a long time.
like Gospel Highway 11 has been around for many, many
Right.
years.
And they're still, they're still there. You know, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't know they're still there, but they're still there. You know, they're still doing their
right.
thing.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What is the future for Ed Long?
You know, before it's all said and done, I would like to be full-time again. Like really full-time again on the air. You know, even though I'm on Reach every night, you know, I would like to just be on. Like, that's all I got to do. I don't need other jobs, you know, because right now I still have to have another job, but I would just like to do radio, and that's it. Just, you know, but yeah, that's what I would like to see, you know. But what God has for me is for me, and that's how I look at it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've learned to accept it, because there was a time when it bothered me, you know, and I, you know, there was a time when I got mad at God, like, hey, look, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm not doing it, and you know, but I came to the realization and the maturity level that you know what, it is what it is. What God has for me is for me. So
it's about timing also too.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's about timing. You know, and a lot of times things that we want, you know, it's not, you know, like the right time.
Right.
Because, you know, being in something full time, you know, when it's your passion,
right?
You know, you want to do it all the time,
right?
You know, it seems like it takes so long for the right door to open.
Exactly.
What other things can you share?
Well, you know, I will say this. I can tell you this. I'm always looking for interns. I'll tell you, if I can say that.
Yes.
Because I'm always looking for people who want to be like, people always come to me and they'll say, "Hey, you know, I want to be an intern." I'll say, "Okay, what do you want to do?" "Oh, I want to be on TV." I can't really help you. You know, but if you say to me, if you say to me, "I want to be an air personality," okay, come on. You know, come on. I'm reading somebody's comment. I think there should be an Ed Long podcast interview. Hey, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
But you know, I am looking for interns. I'm looking for people that I can just show them what I do, and that's all I can do. I'll show you everything that I know. I have no secrets. I'm not intimidated by anybody. You know, I would love to see people come up. There's a lot of people that I've helped. You know, what's it? Robin McCullum at Gospel Highway 11.
Yeah.
Was my intern, and I brought her along. Oh yeah. I helped her get her started. Those Baxters, Juan and Kayla, like I worked with them years ago, and then now they're really just starting to come into their own.
Wow.
And, oh yeah. I am like a proud papa sometimes. And it's funny, we all got together at one time. I'm like, hey, I helped you. I helped you. You know, I was just so proud, you know, to see where they are now.
Absolutely.
You know?
Because a lot of times people don't want to help someone that really is interested in doing what you're doing.
Right.
It's so much competition, or they feel like you're going to, you know, bypass them. And it's not about that. It's about sharing what God has given you to share.
Yep, exactly. I have no problem with teaching. I can only take I only got slots for a few more people, so I want a whole lot of people coming at it. But I have about 1, 2, 3, 4. I have about 4 right now. So
really?
Oh yeah. I love to teach. I love to teach. You know.
Yes.
So,
So you would like to? You have 3 slots open for interns.
Yeah, about 3.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
and they would come to the station in Philly?
Yeah, they come to the station. I do, mostly in Philly. And I have them come in while I'm on the air mostly. And I just show them what I do.
Right.
That's basically it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what else would you like to share? Great.
As far as radio,
anything you'd like to share?
Boy, I tell you, it's a lot. I will say this.
Okay.
I got because there was some pushback, not really pushback, but there were comments made when I first got on DAS, it's like, well, I thought he was saved, and now I want people to know I am saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost.
Yes.
Ain't no compromise on my part at all. Christians listen to DAS.
Right,
you know,
they do.
And I don't get on there cussing. I don't get on there gossiping. I don't do none of that stuff. I'm just a DJ playing music and having fun doing it too.
Exactly.
That's it. That's it.
Because you said you were doing some producing or something with for Steve Harvey the morning show.
I was doing the Steve Harvey show
what
for a while.
What were you doing there? Wow.
Well, he's not local, so
right.
somebody has to be at the station, kind of running the commercials and making sure they sound local. So I was putting in stuff like, "Hey, it's Steve Harvey. Hey, West Philly," or something like that. I would have to put that in, at certain spots to make him sound live. Yeah. So, make him sound local. So I would do that. That was my job at one point. To do that. Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did that for a while. I just recently stopped doing that because it just became a lot. I just had a lot on my plate,
Yeah, I'm sure.
With all the stations and, trying to work my day job and all that. It was just a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like you said, you haven't compromised. You're just playing other music. But
you're
still saved.
That's it. That's it. And one song, there was a song by, I forget the artist, but there was a song that had a cuss word in the title. And I never said the title. I always said the artist. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Right. And you'll get some letters on that if you did.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Plus, I know there are people who hear me on Reach as well. So I can't, there's still a standard I had to keep up. So,
exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Now someone is asking, how can they contact you?
Well, it's a lot of ways. I got 2 Facebook pages, Ed Long page 1 and Ed Long, and also my Twitter is Ed Long Radio. My Instagram is Ed Long Radio, and what else? I think that's all I have. Twitter. So they can contact me that way. To inbox me, DM me, inbox, however you want to do it. Just hit me up.
Right. Yes. And now, as far as for an intern, what do you look for a person that's interested in being an intern? What are you basically kind of looking for?
As long as they want to be on, if they desire to be on the air.
Yeah.
Come on. I'll teach you whatever I need to teach you, or whatever I put it this way: I teach you whatever I know. I teach you everything I know, and you can take it from there.
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I try to help with putting a demo together. I try to do that. Matter of fact, I'm working with one young lady now. She's at the point where we're going to start sending demos out.
Wow.
We're going to to different stations. So yeah.
So there is a need. That radio is still very much alive.
Yeah.
It's still want to be a part of it.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of what people think is going away, or maybe we thought in times past that it was going away, but it's still here. And that's evident, especially when you have interns that really want to learn it.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I don't even I know people say, "Oh, radio's dead," and all this. No, it's not. It's really
it's very much alive.
Yeah, but one thing that I'm telling you, one thing I really enjoyed recently. We just did it recently. I don't know if anybody checked it out. We did a podcast for WDAS FM, and we had all the current on-air staff talking about DAS, talking about when we first heard the station, what does DAS mean to you? And I forget the other question. It was 3 questions they posed to us, but it's pretty cool. It's on the website. You can check out that podcast. It's pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to, I grew up listening to he's not on the station anymore, but Jerry Wells. He's actually on Reach. He's on Reach Radio now.
Yeah.
But I grew up listening to Jerry Wells, and to be able to work with these people, a Patty Jackson, a Mimi Brown, these people I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
And to work with them, I grew up listening to Tony Brown, and to be able to have worked with him, you talk about dream come true.
Yeah.
Dream come true. For real, Cindy. For real.
It's really amazing. All the things I wasn't aware of, everything you were doing.
Yeah.
I know 1 or 2 stations, but I didn't know all of this.
Yeah, me either.
Even with the interns and stuff.
Me either. Until somebody mentions it, and I go, wow, that is a lot.
It is a lot.
I don't think about it like that, but it's
because it's your passion. It's
your
love.
That's it.
When it's your passion, people often wonder how do you do so much.
Yeah.
But when you love it, it's not really hard. Every now and then, of course, we're human. We can get tired.
Yeah.
But when it's your passion, the drive is there.
Definitely.
The driving force is there.
Right. Because it's not work to me. It's just what I love to do. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else can you share?
Let me see. That's basically it.
Okay.
I think I told everything. I tried to keep it short, the short
Yeah.
version. You know, because there's more to a lot of it. But I mean, basically, that's it.
Yeah.
You pretty much know me now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me now. So
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, do you do jingles or anything or commercials?
I do. I
You
do.
do.
I have people have asked me to do stuff, and I have. There's different DJs, even like even my cousin. I use him as an example. He's a DJ. Just
Mm-hmm.
so you know, he spins at different events and stuff. And I
Mm-hmm.
did a thing for him. You know, just saying DJ Tone Arm or whatever. You know, something like that. Just something. He
Yeah.
said, "Give me something in your radio voice," which I don't really have a radio voice. It's just my
Right.
voice. But
Uh-huh.
I did something for him, and that was pretty cool. My friend Drew, I did something for him. Another DJ Skeet, I did something for him. Look, people ask me to do little
Yeah.
drops for them, and I do it. I have no problem with
Wow.
doing it. You know.
This is
I
great.
just I just love what I do. You know, and I just
Yeah.
love just being asked.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, you know what? If I may share real quick,
Sure.
there was a time I mentioned earlier that I got mad at God at one point.
Yeah.
When I was on Praise at one time. I was the first DJ on Praise. I was on Praise. It was
Really?
103.9 at the time. I was the first one
Oh
hired.
yeah. Right. Wow.
And and that was a great honor. They came after me hard, which I was
Really?
kind of, oh yeah, I was flattered. And
Wow.
so I ended up getting fired from there. A lot of people don't know I was fired from there for doing things I shouldn't have done. I was playing stuff I shouldn't. Look, I thought it was okay to play, and it obviously wasn't. And I ended up getting fired. I was only there for like 3 months. I wasn't there that long.
Uh-huh.
So I went back to DAS. I called him the same day. I said, I just got fired. They were like, all right, come on back, you know. And I came back, but there was nothing. There were no full-time positions. There was nothing on air at the time. You know, I did some behind-the-scenes stuff, you know, until something opened up again. But I was mad at God because I'm like, you know, I thought that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But then again, I did some things I shouldn't have done. You know, I did some things, you know. But I just did. The thing is, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to. Yeah. But again, I still take blame. You know, I still take the blame for it.
A learning experience.
Exactly. Really. Exactly. So
you know?
Now, when I'm on the air, I appreciate it more.
Yeah.
You know, it's more of an appreciation for it and not just something that I just take for granted.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
which I was for a minute. I was taking it for granted. Like, okay, I'm here now, you know, whatever. But when I was fired, I'll never forget it. I was fired, and I left that office, and I'm like, I was really just fired. Like, I really don't have a job right now. Like, it was crazy, you know. But like I said, I called DAS. I got to come back. They just let me go. But it's funny, they had just let 10 people go over there on that same day that I was let go. They're like, well, 10 people just got let go here, but you know, come on over. We'll find something for you. And so that was that. But I was mad at God for a while, for years.
I'm sure. Yeah.
For years.
It'll make you upset. You know? It'll make
but,
but like I said, when one door closes.
You
know. But I think a lot of people were more disappointed when the main radio station for us, 24-hour radio station, just vanished. You know.
For whatever reason.
Other cities, they still have it.
Yep. For whatever reason, they did it. I mean, I don't really know, but you know.
Right.
You know,
we have other apps we can listen to, and
there you go.
Stations,
there you go.
You know, so I'm never without not listening.
Right.
What's going on?
There's still reach, which you know that we don't reach everywhere yet, but we do have an app. You know, we do have an app you can download and you can hear it. You know, just as clear. So
I have that app, and it's very good. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like the pastor. I got a chance to listen to him. You know, and I enjoy him, and I know he has a ministry outside of the church, the community, and helping and feeding the lost, and you know. So I appreciate that part of it. He's spiritual.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. There's one event that we do on Reach. It's Day of the Cross, and we go out in the streets with a big cross, and we have people come. They put their name on it. They I'm telling you, it is so powerful and emotional. I remember one day we were in South Philly. I can't remember the intersection where we were. It's Snyder, something in Snyder, and people on the bus stop, like the speakers are blaring, the music's blaring, and he was the pastor got on the mic. You on the bus stop, you need to give your life to Jesus. Come on over here. And people, they were just coming over. It was crazy, Cindy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's why we bought into the vision. You know, me, Lonnie, CC, Desi, we bought into the vision.
Yes.
Immediately. Yeah. Yeah. He's a great guy.
Did you see what he's doing? He is.
Yeah.
I saw that cross.
Yeah.
I know there was something held there, and he had the cross.
Yeah.
And I thought it was phenomenal in the service.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the front.
Yep.
Front of the church. I thought that was unusual, but it was a strong effect.
Yes.
And a lot of people got saved and came to Christ that night.
Exactly.
Right at a concert.
Oh, right. Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's rare.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So,
but Ed, I want to thank you tonight for joining me.
My pleasure.
This has been very, very enlightening.
Yes, yes. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on here, really.
Oh,
it's an honor.
I'll get you back again.
Anytime. Just give me a buzz. I'm down.
I will.
All right.
Thank everyone else for joining and those that's going to watch the replay. And you can reach Ed on Facebook and on Instagram. You can reach him there if you want to get in contact with him.
Come on.
I'll say good night and thank you so much, Ed, and I will be in touch with you.
You got it. Thank you, Cindy. All right.
You're welcome. Good night.
Bye-bye.